Hey guys, Age is here, and we've got more RWBY Alternate. Episode 3. What if RWBY was more like Qrow? Back we head into Volume 2. Teams Jazzberry and Periwinkle are now closer to the dance, with most of our heroes pairing up. You've got Blake and Sun, Neptune and Weiss, Nora and Ren, Yang with whoever she wants, and Jean and Pyrrha, leaving Ruby on her own for the moment. The night goes off well, and while our teams are having a good old time celebrating and having a good dance, Goodwitch, Ozpin, Ironwood, and several dozen huntsmen meet up with Cinder as she breaks into the CCT. Emerald moves in quickly to help Cinder, but is taken out by Neo, who incapacitates the girl as well as Mercury, and then immediately surrenders when Qrow and a few other huntsmen arrive. With little choice, and against a sheer mass number of foes, Cinder is forced to go all out. She unveils the true might of her false maiden powers with all sorts of explosions and devastation. She's even able to escape with a particularly massive explosion in the CCT. However, this leaves her unable to implement the virus and hacking device. Using information given to them by Roman and taken from Mercury and Emerald, Ozpin, Ironwood, and the Vale Council began to muster forces in preparation for an assault on the White Fang soldiers in Mountain Glen. Meanwhile, our heroes join up their teams and are made into a larger squad with Team Coffee leading them. They are then sent out for several weeks into Mountain Glen along with loads of other beacon teams to cull the large horde of Grimm. Ruby and Team Jazzberry quickly become a common name mentioned among the other huntsmen and huntresses in training, and Cinder, still recovering from her battle, pleads with Salem for help. A few days pass, and Qrow and Ironwood lead a company of huntsmen and soldiers and robots into the Mountain Glen tunnels against Cinder, Adam, and his White Fang soldiers. Amid the pitched battle and the din of soldiers and gunfire, Qrow and Adam Taurus meet in battle, with a fierce duel taking place. Ironwood and Winter, meanwhile, face on Cinder, and the huntsmen and soldiers engage in fierce firefights with the White Fang. Eventually, the battle becomes so intense that Cinder unveils her maiden powers once more, and the sheer power causes the tunnel to collapse. This leaves half of each side wounded or dead. The White Fang, frightened and now leaderless as Adam has been struck down by Qrow, flees and slinks away. And Cinder, defeated by Ironwood and Winter, is pinned and then brutally killed by Ironwood, who is at the mercy of his semblance. At Beacon, Ozpin and Goodwitch witness Amber miraculously recover. Watching from high atop one of the desolate skyscrapers, a seer Grimm allows Salem to see the fall of Beacon ultimately fail, her false maiden and fiercest enforcer killed. Salem's cry of rage rattles the very foundations of the Grimm lands, and Ozpin feels a very familiar chill creep down his spine. Publicly, Ozpin commends all those involved in the operation, and privately brings teams Jazzberry and Periwinkle into the fold of his inner circle, albeit shy of some knowledge. Qrow and Ozpin begin to tell Ruby what they know about the Silver Eyes, and Qrow suggests he might know where to find someone who could know more, although it's more of gossip and a myth. The teens all prepare for the next leg of their journey and are receiving special training from Qrow and a recovered Amber. They walk away from these events with a greater understanding of the threat they're facing, and after a little while are finally able to slow down for a moment with no terrorist schemes or evil cabal around, and can focus on just being students of Beacon. A few more days pass and the vital festival is in full swing, and Team Jazzberry enters into Amity Arena facing Team Auburn. The battle opens with Ruby against Reese Chloris, and in a fast paced assault by the Red Reaper, Reese is launched by Ruby's scythe and catapulted into the out of bounds. Epic. Yang and Arslan meet and have their epic showdown like in the show, and Jean works with Blake and later Ruby to defeat Bolin and Nadir. The match ends in victory for Team Jazzberry. Our team pushes through the doubles and nearly the singles rounds, but Ruby's duel is interrupted by a crazed Faunus attack on Amity Arena. Several explosives detonate and lots of desperate White Fang charge into the stadium. Quickly and effortlessly stopped, although there is much bloodshed. And the leader of this assault is captured live for all Remnant to see, and Ruby is later given the win for the tournament. Team Jazzberry gathers all their friends and has one last massive party to celebrate, while Ozpin meets with his new informant Roman, as well as Qrow, Amber, Goodwitch, and Ironwood to make a plan for how to not only deal with Lionheart, but also bridge peace between Vale and the White Fang. Military ones. Many suggestions are made, most of the militaristic ones being put down, but Amber does suggest using the now famous Team Jazzberry and at least 2 other Vale teams as escorts for Ozpin as he meets with Sienna Khan, and then later they all meet with Lionheart. Qrow rejects this initially until Amber offers that she and him shadow them through Mistral, as Team Jazzberry is part of their group now, and also, what's a better way to prove themselves? And I think, guys, that's where we'll leave this one for now. Make sure to give lots of feedback in the comments. Let me know if you want me to continue this series further or move on to another alternative timeline. And until then, would you kindly like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.